check. A little filter on there. Well, we already have noise suppression on, so we should be good to go. But we're gonna go test out the channels and take a look, see what we got. Make sure our audio is cooking. Right. And all right, we are getting ready to rock and roll. A couple minutes and we will go. The goal of today is how do we make AI and automation effective for chiropractors? Because if you're going to build a SaaS, you got to go ask the people who it's going to be built for. Now, I say that, and what I did is I went around today asking chiropractors how that's going to be effective for them. How did I do that? You might ask. Well, because I am not a chiropractor, in order to make that process effective for them, I got to ask them. Now, what's cool about that is I found out some pretty cool information about, all right, they need to do some automation and they need to do a manual booking process. You need to do a little bit of both, which was interesting. But we also found out that there's an easy way to solve this problem because they're using a lot of software programs. A lot. Let's go and make sure our introduction scene is good and then you guys can see that as big as possible. Sweet. We will go into building that website. We'll get go. Introduction going here in a second. All right. Go. Let's get this recording. We got a little bit of the old school and the new school because that's how you make AI automation effective. So here we go. If you guys have a question, make sure and drop it in the chat. I'm going to start recording and we'll rock and roll. Welcome to the AI Empires, how to build smart websites for chiropractors. How do you make AI and automation effective? You need to optimize a process. This is how fast stuff is moving and what you can do with the right tools. My name is Jack. I'm the founder of the AI Empires, a white label agency built on high level, and a great framework to show you the power of how to use this tool is to build it out for chiropractors. But I'm not a chiropractor, so how do I know what's going to be effective for them? Well, I went around town and I went into chiropractors' offices and I asked them, what are you using? How do you make that effective? What's the process? The next thing I did was I sent out some messages and some DMs on Facebook and Instagram to test out some of the automation and messaging flows. We'll get that fixed. And the last thing I also noticed was a lot of chiropractor offices have a team. somebody's handling the marketing, somebody's handling the appointments, somebody's handling the software. There's different pieces to this puzzle. Now, what's cool about that is some of this process can be automated, but some have approvals that still need to be manual, and I'm going to show you how to do that along the road as well. But the first thing we need to do is when people go to your website, they need to be able to book appointments immediately. Make it simple, make it the first thing there. And with the AI Empires, I'm going to build this smart website that you can use as a snapshot to get started for your business. So without further ado, we got a little bit of the old school and a little bit of the new school. Look at that. We got a little the old school whiteboard and the green screen. But I like doing these live because I believe when you work with AI and automation, you should have some idea of what you're doing and then just do it live. The technology exists. It's not hard to set up. And the cool thing about it is prove it. That's going to be something that's going to be a consistent topic, talking about AI and automation going forward, because AI is getting really good. So when you do videos, do them live and prove it. Here we go. Jumping into it. So if my goal, let's put that live overlay on there. Because we need to put, we got to add our little live stream video here. All right. Getting it all set up all pretty like. So you can still see the old school and the new school. We're doing big things. Let's check the chat. And we will get rocking if the chat is clear. Again, my name's Jack. If you guys have questions, make sure and drop them in the chat. I will stop and grab LinkedIn and YouTube chats along the way, and we'll get it rocking. Okay, the first thing, let's go back here.
1, go.
Now, the first thing that we're going to focus on tonight is just building a simple and effective smart website landing page that can book appointments automatically. And what's going to happen from there, it's going to trigger an automation to send a form. We got to collect that form information, notify our team, do the manual approval process, and then trigger another automation. I'm going to build it into Empire Chiropractic that chiropractors can use as a snapshot to start with their business. It is a SaaS product. You sign up at theAIempires.com. We import the snapshot. You use it for your business. Let's get into the smart website. All right, the first thing we need to do is we're going to come over here on the left side. Let me make sure you can see that mouse. Made that mistake one time with a green screen mouse. That was a terrible idea. Ooh, you're going to have to be on display capture. So I'm not going to be able to. Glad I checked that though. I'm not going to be able to check the chats. This is going to be purely a live stream tutorial. But what's important about that is you see what's going on, not the other stuff. So I'm going to add a different source here. I'm going to do screen capture, source. Okay, we're going to get this all set up. You're basically going to see one thing. It's okay. You can see my screen. To build a website, not what's important, not other stuff. Okay. We're good to go. Let it rip, tater chip. Well, we gotta and that. And I can get it back a little bigger. You're gonna need this. Can't go the entire screen. Still leave some room. Streamlabs. Check. Chat. Sorry. I apologize, chat. I'll watch you this time. But you're going to learn how to build these websites. So that's what's important, right? See the tutorial.
2, 1, go.
Welcome to the AI Empires. Let's build a smart website landing page for chiropractors. Jumping in. What we're going to do today is we are going to not record our Streamlabs desktop. We are going to make a live appointment booking landing page for chiropractors because what's important is it needs to be the first thing on your website. But what's interesting about chiropractors, when I ran around this morning and I was asking, is their appointment booking process has a combination of automation and a manual approval process. That landing page needs to be the most important thing. And what I noticed as well about chiropractors is they had a team of people kind of doing it. We have social media, software, website design. So it's kind of a whole little system, which is great. So I'm going to show them how to build a really simple and really easy landing page because odds are your team's already doing something similar. This is how to optimize it and put it into one process. Let's just make sure we're recording. And we're off to the races. Here we go. So what we're going to do is come down on the left side of our menu bar and we're going to click on Sites. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top and we're going to click on Websites. Just make sure I don't have anything else live on this thing. Okay, let's get it rocking and rolling. So starting from the launch pad, what we're going to do is come down to the left side and we're going to click on Sites. And from there, we are going to scroll up to the top and click on Websites. Now this is the pre-made, pre-built template already inside of the AI Empires. And you're going to start out with what I customized this to today. So let's check out Chiropractor, and we're going to start out just making the homepage as simple as possible, okay? We want that calendar booking widget first thing. So when we get into the schedule an appointment, change our logo up here, scroll down on the right side, and we are going to find that image. We're going to upload an image, and I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. If not, we'll just pick one, and we'll go. Alright, we're going to use the AI Empires logo, and we're going to drop this down a little bit. We don't need it so big. Maybe 50. Let's try 100. Okay, 100 looks pretty good. We want to change that color. Do a little pop here. Okay, looking good. Schedule an appointment. So that's a good button to have, but we just want it right on the front as well, right? We're going to change this button color as well. And this is the pre-built template that is already came with the Empire. But personalized care plans, tailored treatments designed for you. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add that booking widget right here. So we have the promotion. Now let's book an appointment. We're going to add a section full width. Inside of that section, we're going to add a row, one row, and then we're going to add the calendar widget. And we're going to select our calendar, schedule appointment. Empire Chiropractic, schedule an appointment. Here's our calendar times right on the front page on a familiar website landing page and a format that people are used to. Okay? We're going to click save there. Save. Update our SEO and metadata. And when you have your URL, you would select your domain and click save. But that is the first thing we want to do right out of the gate. All right. Here's our website. Here's our care plans. And I mean, you can even do this. Oop. That went the wrong way. Okay. So now we have our booking widget right at the top. What I'm going to do there, I want to have a label though. So I'm going to have the same thing. I'm going to have a section, have a row, and I'm going to add a headline. We're going to say H1 right here, Empire, Chiropractic software. Castle Rock Yo. Okay, we're going to add a sub-headline. That is our H2. We're going to say AI and automation software for chiropractors. And appointment booking. Okay, H1, H2, who you are, where you're located, what you do. We're going to save that. And then right out of the gate, automatically, you're going to have a place where you can book appointments. Now, the next lesson we'll jump into is once they book this appointment, how do we want that form? What do we want to collect as far as information? And how do we want to handle that automation process? Because we need to send them a form, but then we need to notify our team that it is a manual approval process, and then they can step them up into the next step. Yes, we've confirmed your appointment's booked. Here's your notification, come in and see us. But that is the first lesson on how to build a smart website on the AI Empires. Put your calendar up first. Stick around for the next tutorial as we'll jump into. Now we're going to create that automation. The manual, the automatic, working together. Get started today at theAIempires.com. All right, we got one done.
2, 1, go.
Yeah. now that we have gotten our smart website landing page all handled, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go upload that video to Streamlabs podcast editor per usual, streamlabs.com/dashboard. And I'm gonna log in and get that video starting to edit automatically. You guys want some information on how to optimize your videos and your live streams, make sure to let me know. I will show you how to do it. I've done some YouTube videos on it. It's the most efficient way I've ever seen. So let's go. Recordings. I gotta get this out real quick. Rename that. We're gonna say Empires Smart Website Chiropractors Smart Website Design. Lesson 1. Add calendar booking widget to home. Okay, and what we're going to get out of this, get the video. We're going to get it transcribed. We are going to get pauses, filler words out of there. We're going to get the video auto edited from Streamlabs podcast editor, which saves me a ton of time. Now that we got one uploading, see what is next. All right, we need to, create that form. So people can go see video mode. What we got going on. So we need automation. Appointment booked. So we need a form first. Let's see, form builder. Book appointment. So we can at least go show you the form. Automation. Appointments. Make sure we got this all laid out right. Customer booked appointments. Okay, word. Is appointment. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We want to we need to create a new pipeline, appointment booked, and approve. Easy peasy, lemon